From Jamaica, he owned a couple acres, a couple fake visas, cause he never got his papers. Gave up on love, fucking with them heartbreakers, but he was getting money with the movers in the shit.
We caught a terrorist here lurking on A+ Outdoors' territory. So we're gonna show the world what we do to terrorists in this country.
You're dead. You're dead. Bye-bye. Ready?
Yep.
Dead. A+ Outdoors here. We're here looking at this tree, and she's looking pretty old and decrepit, so we're going to put her down out of her misery. No, we're not. Around here, we run a real tight program. Unlike that Penn State business in the showers. Right now we got our kicker practicing out behind me. Good hit, son. Good hit. There we go. And back here, we got our quarterback practicing a little bit. Yep, good throw, good throw. Yep.
Go.
Right down here, we got our linebackers working out a little bit. He's taking out some really good stuff. Good hit, boy. My assistant coach here, he's in charge of the lifting program. Why don't you tell him a little bit about it?
Well, my boys here are doing some squats and conditioning. Lift, boys. Take a hike. Squat. Take a hike. Squat.
Graceland's gonna want this boy. Everybody else is on a water break. He's out here mashing up quarterbacks. Nice hit, son. My assistant coach here is gonna show our boys how to tackle. Get it, bud. Here we go.
3 hours since practice has been over. We're out here working hard. This is the swarm to the ball drill.
Which one do I press?
Jewelry was very important in Chinese fashion.
Really. Cody Curry to come to the office. Cody Curry to the office.
Hold on.
Thank you.
That's counting. That's information right there. That's information. That counts as half or something. The wealthy showed how rich they were by the amount of jewelry they'd wear. If you wore a lot of jewelry, then people would know that you're more wealthy. They had rules to what the social class could wear as a jewelry. You know what I mean? The men decorated their belts with jewelry to show their wealth and power. Women wore various necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. Because the wealthy ones did. Wore a lot in Chinese fashion. That's all I gotta say about jewelry. A+ Outdoors, brother.
About the ancient Chinese. We're talking about white faces, a little bit of color, a little bit of eyes. They pop out. They got color. No, they have different types of colors, and it describes them as their social class. Now, the wealth of the colors represent their social class.
It's gonna bang my mom.
Leave it, keep going. Brett, keep going.
Back to the Chinese. They had a wide variety.
Pouch, what the hell are you looking at?
Bunch of disruption.
Keep going, Brett.
There were lipstick and eyeshadow to make their eyes and lips pop. Now,
Dude, are you gay? I popped someone's cherry.
A+ Outdoors.
Hair was very important to people in China. Women would braid or coil their hair
and then they would tie it back with hairpins, but they could not use hairpins until they were married.
We sleep here on Tuesdays.
Bye, Mike.
Prisoners would wear their hair short as a form of punishment, and monks would shave their heads bald to show that they did not care about looks.
Shoes were actually pretty close to the types of shoes we have today. They had flat bottom and cloth sides that covered the feet completely. They were small. Hang on. They were small, so women would bind their feet at a young age to prevent them from growing. They were the first people to use leather to make footwear. They also made boots, leather boots. They also wore sandals, as you would imagine they did, obviously.
Chinese fashion, they had clothing. And when you think about clothing, you think about what it's made of. And the poor people, theirs was made of hemp. And not that marijuana stuff you're thinking. It was mainly of plants. And it was not very colorful. And it was kind of grassy. And they were usually like pants or short shirts that were really loose fitting. And then the wealthiest clothes were made of silk. They were more colorful, and they were usually like a robe or a dress, and they put designs on them. But then you see, there were rules for the clothing. You couldn't just wear whatever you wanted, alright? And only certain people got to wear certain colors, you know, certain types of clothing. And then the official members of the emperor's court were the only ones that could wear silk. And lower ranking people could be punished if they wore silk, actually. And that's all I got.